Hey everyone, welcome back to Caroled Away. Today we are actually going to be reviewing a Marriott hotel that's a part of the Autograph Collection hotels. Hotel Nia is located in Menlo Park, California. And if you're not familiar, Menlo Park is actually located just outside of Sunnyvale, Mountain View, as well as Palo Alto. So you can actually see on my map, it's also located near some of the big tech companies such as Facebook. You can see us right here. And in addition, Hotel Nia is actually, as you can see here, only about a 15 to 25-minute drive, depending on when you are leaving, of course, from the San Francisco International Airport, or as you also may know, the SFO Airport. In addition to not being too far from the San Francisco airport, it actually is only about 30 minutes south from Chase Center. So if you're familiar with Chase Center, it's located closer to the heart of San Francisco, not exactly in downtown. It's a little bit further south from what we were able to see when we were driving there. And it is about 30 minutes or so, like I mentioned, to Hotel Nia. And if you are really kind of in the dark, Chase Center is actually where the Golden Warriors play. And while my husband and I were actually traveling to San Francisco, we made a trip to Napa Valley, Sonoma, Chase Center, which we watched the Warriors play. And then we actually headed further south. And that's when we stopped at Hotel Nia because we were on our way to Monterey, California. So we actually chose to stay at Hotel Nia around spring of last year. And it's right off of the highway I was showing you on the map. You can also see in this photo, it is stunningly gorgeous in California, as always. You can see the mountains and the thick, luscious green trees right off the highway. This was actually from Hotel Nia, so from our room, we could see this view. It's right off of the highway, so it makes it super easy. I think we actually came to one red light a little bit further up that was not in this photo, and we simply made a left. It took us on an underpass or overpass, and that's how we actually got to Hotel Nia. So one of the main reasons why we chose to stay here was, of course, for this view, but also because this hotel is a hidden gem. So it is a hotel that is super convenient. It's not in the heart of San Francisco, so you can avoid and save your money by not spending $70 to $80 on valeting your rental car or your car. And also, if anyone that's watching this has been to Chase Center for a Warriors game or an event, someone please tell me why there are no hotels pretty much in walking distance. And when we were there for a full out blown basketball game, there was one parking garage open. I kid you not. I'm still shocked to this day that we only had to pay $50 for parking because there was one parking garage open. And I do know that there's a lot of other ways of transportation, but still one parking garage. So I will just digress from that and we'll continue to talk about this great hotel. So if you're someone that's not familiar with Marriott's Autograph Collection brand, it is actually one of their brands that's made up of very unique and distinctive properties that are independent hotels but fall under the Marriott umbrella. So with that being said, we have stayed at several Autograph hotels and we have never had a bad stay or a bad meal at any of these properties. So as I mentioned, Hotel Nia is actually close to some of the big tech companies. And you will actually notice if you stay in their rooms, they have tied in some of that big tech or tech vibes in their interior design, in their decor. So what you're looking at right here, this was actually the coolest way to display our room number I have ever seen. And if you see down towards the bottom of it, ours was not lit up at the time because it was daytime. We were heading to the pool area and we actually turned it off. But inside of your room, there's a switch. And if you're sleeping, you flip it on. If you're not, you're leaving for the day or just working from your room or whatever you may be doing, you can actually turn it off so people know, such as housekeeping, that you're actually not sleeping and they can knock, service the room, etc. So this was a perfect tie-in to some of those big tech companies that are right near this property. And I thought it was a great tie into some of the other key features that you'll see within the lobby and also in your room that really tie in some of those tech pieces. Now, while that was really cool, the room itself was so amazing. We actually got upgraded to a one-bedroom suite. Here is the very unique closet. I love the orange lighting inside of it. And I just loved how spacious it was, especially we were traveling when it was a little breezy in San Francisco. So we actually did have light jackets with us. and we did want to hang those up as well as some of our more winkable items. As far as the suite goes, this was the living area. It was wonderful. These are really cute, like modular couches. They actually were really comfortable though. And then we also had a small desk area that's not pictured here, but it was great if you are someone that is coming to San Francisco for work, or if you're just someone that likes to bring your laptop, your journal, etc., that you can actually sit down and have a dedicated space. Also, when we checked in, it was after dark, but these windows were gorgeous. They were floor to ceiling windows. And we actually did have a small balcony off the window, which I'll show you a view from soon. Before we go to that, though, I actually want to take a look at the primary bedroom. So we were trying to get everything in this photo. As you can see, there's a nice sitting area. Once again, floor to ceiling windows. So we had a nice view of the mountains, which I showed you earlier, and then our king size bed. Off of the primary suite, there was a gorgeous bathroom. I regret not getting a photo for it, but you can actually go to the Marriott website and type in luxury Menlo Park hotels or specifically Hotel Nia, and you can bring up more photos of this property. It was a 2-sink bathroom, which I love, love, love. And also there was a built-in shower and major soaking tub combination. It was so phenomenal. So while the room was amazing, one of the phenomenal features of this property is their outdoor area. So here is actually an aerial view. This was from our balcony, and you can actually see that they have an insanely big pool, especially for a hotel that, as you can see, is right off the highway. Also, in addition to the pool, they have cabanas, which I'll show you a more detailed picture. They have a nice spa or jacuzzi over here, hot tub. And then we also actually have over here a lot of seating, some grassy areas. You can see they have cornhole over here. There's actually some fire pits. You can't really see them, but we saw those on the property. And if you're someone that wants to take advantage of course, this gorgeous pool, definitely recommend it. We did for 2 days, and it was so gorgeous. Blue skies, sun in California, as always. And it was so wonderful to be able to sit out here. If you are someone that likes to journal, meditate, if you're even coming here for a little work meeting, I would definitely have someone meet you here. They have a restaurant and a breakfast spot that you can go to here. And we also saw that they do take reservations at this hotel for dinner. People were coming and valeting their cars just to go to dinner here. So I'm definitely assuming that the evening menu is great, but I'll talk more about the breakfast and lunch as we go on. So in addition to this pool, we also wanted to show you that if you want to feel like you're in Vegas, except not pay for it, there was at least 4 to 6 cabanas that you did not have to pay for. They were complimentary. They all had 2 sections, as you can see here, so you could fit at least 2 people. We saw some people that had their kids with them, so they would kind of put their kids in here as well. And these curtains actually do close, which was super nice if you wanted to have privacy or kind of block out some of the sun if you were someone that doesn't tan as well and want to stay safer. So we actually loved that. We took advantage of these at least a good amount of the time that we were there. In addition to the amazing cabanas, I have to give a big shout out to whomever selected these lounge chairs. These lounge chairs were the most comfortable lounge chairs that we have ever laid on at any Marriott property, including JW's, etc. They had to be at least $2,000 to $3,000 a piece, I would say, and they were absolutely phenomenal. So if you come here, definitely lay out in the sun on these lounge chairs, scoop them up before they get taken, and you definitely will not regret it. So with that being said, I definitely want to cover the pros and cons of Hotel Nia located in Menlo Park, California with you. So our pros and cons for this property. First up, we considered it to be 100% a hidden gem, somewhere that was out of San Francisco, but not too far. If you were going to the airport, it was such a convenience for us. And I'm pretty sure we actually even stopped at Costco on the way to the airport to get gas, which sure, such a great price for gas, even for California. We stopped there, went right to the hotel, right back to the airport. It was great. That ties right into number 2, the location. It was a wonderful location, and they actually even have bikes that are free. You don't have to rent them. So we actually took bikes. There were some trails that we could go around. It's kind of in a corporate park type of area. So it was all flat and we didn't have to worry about much traffic. So we felt really safe. Last but not least for our pros, that outdoor space. I keep going back to it, but how could you not? It truly does feel like you're at a resort, except one, it's a lot cheaper considered. There's a lot of resorts like Sandals and others that are a lot more expensive. And two, come on, guys. I mean, how could you not just enjoy and feel peaceful in that outdoor space? So for the cons, number one, as I mentioned already in this video, the cost. Definitely not a budget-friendly stay, which we'll cover in some of our other videos. But like I mentioned, if you're smart, you can either look for points, you can check during the week if you're flexible, if you're looking to use your corporate code, see if it will work, and that cost may be lowered for you. Number two, there were no walkable restaurants in the area. As I mentioned, it's in somewhat of a corporate park area, so you couldn't walk anywhere. But I will say that within a 5 to 7 minute drive, there were tons of places, whether you were looking for a quick sit down place or somewhere that was more elegant for a nice dinner out. We had some really, really good food. We ate at one place that was actually a traditional, like New Orleans type of Cajun food, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I'll do another video that talks more about Menlo Park, Sunnyvale, and Mountain View areas, and I'll definitely link those restaurants and where we went while we were there. But if you're someone that either doesn't want to drive around a lot or be bothered with it, the no walkable restaurants is definitely a con. Now, I did mention that I would talk about the food as well. So number three on this list, breakfast could be better. So on the property, they do have a breakfast spot, a lunch, and a dinner option as well. We did have lunch and it was phenomenal. We had it both days while we were there. We ordered it to have outdoors in the beautiful area, and it was really great. Sandwich options, salad options, wraps, etc. But they were all really well crafted, put together, and presented to us, especially considering we were having them delivered to us outside. But the breakfast, so we are Titanium Elite, and we were super disappointed. It wasn't bad. It was just very subpar and could definitely be improved. So they had options like avocado toast, which, we're kind of over that at this point. They had like an oatmeal option and a very basic, like, over easy egg option. It wasn't anything that I would expect from an autograph collection, because some of the food that we have had at other autographs we've stayed at, which I'll cover in those specific review videos, was phenomenal. So while it wasn't bad, I think it could definitely be improved, especially considering there's not competition right outside of their door that people can walk to. So you'd think they'd want people to stay and enjoy their breakfast. So Hotel Nia, if you're hearing this, please definitely spend some time improving that breakfast. So overall, would we stay at Hotel Nia again? I would say 100% yes. We are not from California, of course, but if we travel here again, whether it's for work or pleasure, we will definitely be looking into seeing what kind of discounted rate or rate that we can get at this hotel so we can hopefully stay here again. Also, I have to mention the manager that we worked with while we were at this hotel was such a nice guy. He was very accommodating, very down to earth, wanted to talk and learn about where everyone was from, and we truly enjoyed his stay. So if you do ever go to Hotel Nia, see if Metin is working and definitely tell him that the Carols say hello. So thanks again so much, guys, for watching this review on the luxury Menlo Park Hotel, Hotel Nia. And we hope to see you guys and talk with you all again soon, our next upcoming video review. Thanks, everyone.